What is up, everybody? Dre88 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Samurai Jack Episodic Vlogs, Season 5, Episode 9. Oh boy, well, let's see. To start, the episode begins right where the last episode ended, with Ashi and Jack lip-locked, embracing one another after beating Lazarus. And after a few more seconds, they suddenly break away and start spitting, probably because they got leech goo in their mouths. From this point onward, Jack and Ashi are officially the cutest couple I have ever seen in cartoons. They deeply apologize at the same time, trying to make up for each other's breaking away. Basically, small talk happens, and then Ashi is off to find some clothes, and she will meet Jack outside. And they share a long, loving moment, and it is at this point that I am slightly concerned that something bad is going to happen either in this episode or right at the last minute. So I'm not entirely sure yet. Jack makes his way to the outside of the giant metallic VCR and takes a deep breath of the, I'm guessing, desert air post-storm, and then he hears dripping and sees what I'm assuming is, well, I don't think it's water, but it looks like water, so he approaches it, so I can only imagine he's probably going to drink it. Cut back to Ashi inside the metal thing, and she's looking for clothes, ends up finding a locker room of sorts, and there is an outfit in it, and then we cut back to Jack outside. Or rather to say, we just cut to the outside, and then we see Ashi jumping out of the same hole that Jack went through, and we see her dressed in her new outfit, and having Jack's clothes folded. She comes around the corner, and we see Jack showering under a pipe in what I can only assume is utter nakedness. Ashi gets a good long look before Jack turns around. She is gone. Guy is laying there waiting for him. Jack gets dressed, and this entire exchange has just been so funny to watch. Moment of happiness is slightly interrupted when old bearded Jack shows up in the reflection, warning Jack to be careful, and Jack says he knows, and this has never happened before. And honestly, I am now very curious as to what's going to happen next, too, because this also worries me as someone who's emotionally invested at this point. Night comes, the couple have a few cutesy moments while they eat desert slug, and eventually Ashi asks, does Jack ever think of home? And he says all the time. And we transition into a flashback of his past. This entire overall scene is very sombering by the end of it, because after Jack talks about his past, and Ashi asks, was there a girl? And he's, no, there's not a girl. He laments that it is good to remember the past, as that is all he will ever be able to remember it by, is just by a memory. He's more or less resigned to the fact that he's never going to be able to go back home. The dawn comes, and Ashi wakes to see Jack not there, which is slightly disconcerting. And then we see Scaramouche. He is back, and apparently hijacked an octopus, and has traveled from the bottom of the ocean back to Aku's headquarters while controlling, I'm sorry, it's just so funny. It's a metal head on top of some tentacles that's just like skittering across the ground. It's hilarious. Scaramouche approaches the tower and finds a cardboard cutout of Aku, which is basically a answering machine saying that he's no longer taking appointments, and sorry for the inconvenience, now please go away. Scaramouche, of course, does not take too kindly to this, and saying, I did not come all this way just to get turned off now. He makes his way to the inside of the palace and basically calls Aku up, saying, hey, I've got information on Jack, and tells him that Jacko has lost his Sordo. This obviously makes Aku very, very happy. Scaramouche gets eye-beamed by Aku, gets his body back, they have a little dance-off, and then we transition to a different deserty area, and we see Jack, who is stoically walking forward, alone. And he's doing the hero trope number 57 of leaving the person he actually cares about behind because he doesn't want to endanger them or some other convoluted reason. Jack comes across what looks like a big metal scrapland, and he says he recognizes this place, and it looks to be like an old battleground of lost, like giant robots and stuff have died, and it turns out this is the place where he fought the Guardian, you know, the dude with the blue skin and the black outfit and stuff. The Guardian was guarding the, time portal. And sure enough, we see the Guardian's glasses busted on the ground. And, oh man. If you remember, way back in that episode, with the Guardian, he beat Jack and then said that Jack wasn't ready. And then we saw a picture of Jack looking like he does in this season. Like, you know, armored up, long hair, big beard, all that. Apparently, I don't know what it means, but it's kind of big. And I don't know what this means now that the Guardian's gone and that the portal apparently destroyed. And also, Ashi catches up and questions him, why did he just go off? And Jack says, you shouldn't have followed me. It's a lot to suddenly take in. Jack laments about how he doesn't want, he laments about how Aku has taken everything from him, his family, his friends, everything he loved, and now they're all just memories, and he doesn't want Ashi to become another memory. And Ashi's like, I'm here with you, I'm not going back, and everything has led up to this point, we're here now. And then Big Dog Aku shows up. Aku gloats about how someone told him that he lost his sword, and that Scaramouche is there. They both share a big gloating laugh, and Jack just pulls out the sword. Aku frowns at Scaramouche. Scaramouche tries to say something, but his head is suddenly blown up, and then we see Aku try to make a quick retreat. But before he leaves, he says he smells himself? And then he smells Ashi and is like, oh, you're one of how is there me and you? And he's like, wait a minute, there was that one time, flashback to the cult of Aku, where there's a whole bunch of ladies in masks, and he, like, just shows up, like, looks around, is like, not bad, well, here you go, and, like, puts some sort of a black goop in a cup. And then we see the lady drinking it, and then her giving birth. And so apparently, I don't even want to think about the implications here. But we basically see how the Daughters of Aku, full circle, how they came to be. Jack goes angry, rushes Aku, and then all of a sudden, Ashi blocks him. And then Ashi just starts fighting him, and she can't control it. From what I can gather, because it's Aku in Ashi, she is compelled to defend him? I really don't know. It's really, really, really weird and slightly disturbing, because now we're seeing two people who has never really known love, now having to fight one another right in front of Jack's immortal enemy. They keep fighting, neither one of them getting a higher up. And then Aku just says, you've got to bring your best to defeat him, and your best part is me. Like, flashes his eyes, and then all of a sudden, like, the pitch black of Aku just, like, covers Ashi entirely, and she, like, grows the horn, she gets claws, she even gets the flaming eyebrows, and a flaming sword. So, this is not good. Heartless mode Ashi just starts attacking Jack relentlessly, and it just constantly fighting him, just nonstop barrage of attacks. He keeps blocking, keeps defending, gets one nick in her, and then the blackness peels away. You see Ashi's face, and she asks Jack to kill her so he can then kill Aku, and Jack just falls to his knees and drops his sword. And just as the claw is about to kill Jack, Aku calls out stop. Then we see Aku with the sword, heartless Ashi standing there, and Jack looking broken again. So I don't know what is going to happen in the next episode. I was terrified of Jack being forced to fight Ashi, which I half expected at some point. I did not expect this. I did not expect her body to betray her the way it did. I did not expect Aku to basically power up Ashi and make her go like heartless mode. And I certainly didn't expect Jack to just lay down his arms. Like, I did not know what was going to happen through all this. So that is episode 9. Holy smokes, this episode is full of stuff. So I guess all we can really do now is just wait for the next episode. So, can't wait for Saturday. I'll see you guys later.